welcome back to the video. So I was basically going to be doing a video yesterday about the 3rd anniversary news recap, but instead we got an absolute bomb that dropped over here, and probably one of the most anticipated collabs that I honestly was not expecting to actually ever happen. D4DJ is going to be collabing with Denonbu. So for those of you who are coming in from the D4DJ and don't know what Denonbu is, then you're in luck, because I'm about to go tell you, I'm excited to go tell you about this nice franchise that a lot of people actually unfortunately do not know. But for those of you who do know that too as well, keep in mind I'm going to be giving an overall comparison, and I'm not going to be overall saying pick which different sides overall, since I love both of the franchise overall, and it's just going to be very great that I'm excited for this collab that'll be happening. So what is Denonbu? So, for those of you who actually have been following me for about a few months ago, when I used to do a lot of YUC'e streams, Denonbu was actually my background music, believe it or not. So I actually had this dance music mix over here. I was playing this on loop pretty much the entire stream, doing proxy plays and stuff like that. Those are basically the stuff that I like to showcase, because Denonbu's music is pretty much nice to utilize. But the main thing of what Denonbu specifically is, Denonbu was actually a Namco property, and this franchise and IP was basically a same take on D4DJ. The problem though with that unfortunately happened with Denonbu is that it felt like more of an underground franchise, and it kind of still feels like it. But Denonbu is basically like the Namco version of D4DJ. Now, unfortunately, that does not mean that they showed off a lot of thorough hype, but there is like a key difference between Denonbu and D4DJ. So if you go take a look at Spotify over here, actually, you can take a look at some of the songs that Denonbu has actually done. And if you can take a look at some of the names, notably in English, these are a lot of very iconic names. This includes stuff like YUC'e, which is one of my favorites, Taku Inouye, You Know Me, Giga, you might know from Project Sekai, Kotono House, which you've seen recently also pop up in D4DJ, and pretty much a lot of different songs that that Denonbu has utilized too as well. Especially a lot of stuff, the iconic one for me was also stuff that was within their best album in Season 0. And this franchise has been gone for pretty much around 2 years, but unfortunately has not been able to get off the ground as fast compared to D4DJ. Now, why this is a very significant collab of Denonbu is that these two franchises feel like very similar, but also there are some parallels, notably. The thing about D4DJ is that D4DJ more focuses within their lives for main performances, dancing, and choreography, whereas Denonbu feels more of their performances rely on a lot of DJ technical skills too as well, utilizing a lot of the different producers as we saw within the Spotify section too as well. And I think what's the main thing too as well is that people have really thought that D4DJ and Denonbu were basically competitors of each other, but in reality, D4DJ got way more mainstream than Denonbu did. I would say it's for a lot of different reasons, but I could probably get to that another time. But the main significance of why this is important is because these are basically assumed rivals of each other going to be collabing into something that really feels overall fitting. And the reason why that's fitting is because both of them are DJ franchises, and I think that this is honestly a very big win for the EDM community, specifically the Japanese community. Now, this collab is also something that is very notable due to a lot of recent D4DJ collabs, but I would say this is honestly one of the most unexpected collabs. And the main reason why is because these are assumed competitors, and a lot of people have basically thoroughly picked one side or another. Think of it like Love Live versus Idolmaster. Those types of franchises have also collabed in the past too as well, but basically going to make a nice significant event utilizing D4DJ Groovy Mix. Now, the one thing I would like to go talk about is how this can affect both franchises. Now, to start off with Denonbu, is that Denonbu is definitely needing some of that use of mainstream overall. I think a lot of people actually don't know a lot about Denonbu, and it's honestly one of the nice hidden gems within the DJ franchises too as well. I think there's a lot of like nice songs to place out, and there's a lot of different stuff that you can go take away from it. I also really like the character designs. Some of the seiyus are also iconic, like Arisha coming in, who's Aki in Denonbu and Mana in D4DJ. So that's a nice thorough use of crossover. And what I also like about Denonbu's main lore is that it actually bases itself on districts, stuff like the Akiba district, the Harajuku district, the Azabu district, and another one that I unfortunately have forgotten. But these are some nice play-ons on the lore about this, and quite different than from D4DJ's main styling. I think that this is going to definitely affect Denonbu to definitely get some hype around it too as well. I think Denonbu is also going through a recent phase too as well, so it's going to be very great to transition a lot of people into Denonbu who don't actually know what the franchise is. Now, this could affect D4DJ. Specifically, I think a criticism about D4DJ Groovy Mix has unfortunately been that this franchise does not have a lot of main producers coming out of the EDM community. We've seen stuff pop up, stuff like Taku Inoue doing some remixes, Teddy Lloyd doing some remixes, but not really having a lot of thorough focus on the EDM side. And I think that this is a perfect opportunity for D4DJ Groovy Mix to utilize. It's going to be great because I want to see more people like YUC'e or Me, those type of producers come out and start to do stuff within D4DJ as well. I think that it's something that I really hope D4DJ implements a lot, especially with their craziness of how they want to go implement what songs to import, stuff like anime, such of that nature. What's also a big difference too is that D4DJ also mostly makes their own music. Same with Denonbu too as well. Denonbu is heavily focused though on having a producer backed with it, while D4DJ usually has stuff within their own originals, but then also mixes stuff with covers and such of that. I would love to definitely see a lot more of that too as well. And I think one last thing to say, more specifically for Denonbu's, how this can affect it, is that you're also being backed up by a nice, very popular game with D4DJ Groovy Mix. Sure, D4DJ Groovy Mix has had a lot of collabs in the past, but I think that this is honestly one of the most unexpected collabs, and a collab that not many people were really expecting to happen. I think what's very great about that is an EDM franchise mixing up with an EDM franchise is pretty much a nice fit in this regard. With that being said, that's pretty much the main thing to go discuss about why this is very significant. This collab will be happening on November 3rd in Japan, and something to also definitely keep in mind too as well is that Denonbu has also shared this, and you can also take a look at see the main cards too as well. You actually get the main faces of the franchise over here too as well, Rinku of course and Reina, so it's going to be very great to definitely see that. And I also really love all the details coming out from here, showing the main use of the Akiba district too, and just a nice telling of some of the background too as well. You can kind of see some of these like bangles too as well. It definitely shows a lot of the main focus on how this can definitely mix too as well. And I'd like to give a big shout out as well to Bushiroad and Namco for definitely going through within this project. This project was something I would actually not have expected, and I'm really excited for the collab that would happen between Denonbu and D4DJ. Hopefully this can also extend to a lot more other areas too as well. And if you want to definitely learn more about Denonbu, definitely go check out a recent video that I saw about what is Denonbu. I'll link it down here in the description down below. Other than that, that's been pretty much it to talk about for why this is a very great collab. I'll still have the 3rd anniversary recap stuff coming pretty soon. But other than that, continue to embrace the darkness, and we'll see you all in the next video.